And we're back. Hello, magic. Just landed in the A320, now we're in A330 here in X-Plane. Back in Faro though, we're back online as you can see on VATSIM. So welcome back. Kubernetes, hello to you. Right, and hey Jota, doing well, how are you? And we have with us, behind us, there's MAN in the A350 from Inibelts. Right, and yes, big thing is that we are using map enhancement. So to see how the scenery looks below us once we fly. Looking forward to it. Right, let's have a look here. So we're going to go ahead and go weight and balance. So we are using SimBrief values. And if I go to... Oh, hang on. Let me have a look. So let me go and check. Quickly download that. SimBrief downloader. Ella Aviation, hello to you. So I want to download that, export, close. So now... Yeah, Jota, so no worries. Like MAN says, you did a fantastic job. Really, really, really good. Right, here's the flight plan. Faro to Barcelona, we have 164 tons with an A330-900 Trent 7000 engines. 164.5 tons of zero fuel weight. Fuel, we are requiring... oh yeah, flight time was an hour 30 or something. And we need fuel. Oh, huh? Oh, should I say, how did that change? Right, and then we want to have fuel. Yeah, the fuel, the A to C coverage. I think it was just a small portion which wasn't covered. But yeah, great job. So 15.8. Sorry, 14.8. And we have a bit extra in that. So 15.2 or something is fine. Let's have a look then. 15.2 is fine. Oh, it doesn't take over the values from SimBrief. How come that's not taken over? 160. How much was it? 164.5. Okay, so let's take a little bit. So I'm going to try to match those values. 164.5. That's fine. Apply. And fuel 15.5. Yeah. So let's do that. So that's 15.5 is good. Cool. So we're going to go to MCDU menu. No, actually, we're just going to go init request here. One thing I always wonder is, okay, so here it actually uploaded 300 packs, but in fact, here we got, oh, now it's applying those values. Lol, okay. Right, there we go. So now we have the values as on SimBrief. Cool, excellent. Yeah, it works. I didn't know you had to first press the init button here. So now that's all set. Fantastic. Departure arrival. So first let's make sure we get... Now, did I update the air rack? I did. I'm so good. Amazing. Right, then we've got flight plan. So we're departing to 8. Filed the Tupix 1 Victor, but can we fly the Tupix 1 Victor? Are we allowed to fly that? With a heavy aircraft? Just check that. Thank you much, Juta. That's really kind of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I'll be hurrying up so that you don't have to do too much overtime. So let's do that. Flights. Just unload that. Import. SimBrief. Hey, Ibrahim. Yeah, me too. Me too. I love, especially. So the biggest complaints, of course, with the Toliss, of the cockpit textures. The lighting here sometimes is a bit off still, but it should be getting better with the next update. And then, but the ground textures should not be any reason to complain today, because of that map enhancement tool. So that's the one Victor. Let's enter that. So now that is closed. 2 picks. Then we go the Airways 747 to Matex, and then we've got Barcelona. I think because of the winds there, I think we're going to go with the ILS Zulu 6 left. And then we should have the Matex 3 Yankee arrive or something in that area. Let's try that. And then approach via. Oh, that's going to be an issue there. Hang on, just check something with the transition there. So we have the approach. Yeah, that's always the thing with the approaches there. The transitions to final. So transitions, Arnav to transition to 6 left. And so we arrive. Do we arrive from Victor Lima Alpha? No, we don't. Oh, yes, we do. So the arrival. So let me just show you that here on the charts. So that is chart 10-2 kilo. So that's the transition from Villafranca. And then the arrival 10-2 kilo is this one here. Yeah, so that's the Matex 3 Yankee arrival, which takes us from Matex to Villafranca. So that's what we're going to enter. Hey, nice, Juta. Cool. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. No, so Mark, thanks again for asking. Again, I keep forgetting to enter that. So it should be Victor Lima Alpha 2 Echo arrival. I keep forgetting. I don't know, maybe they changed something on their end anyways. So there we go. That's transition to final radar vectors ILS. Cool. Perfect. Right, let's copy the active. And init wind request. Yes, I am. Air Portugal 712, correct. So here we have the cruise winds and descent winds. Fantastic. All inserted. Right. It's a bit quiet, isn't it? Yeah, but the sounds are on. Ah, there we go. That's why. I was wondering. Right, APU on. That should be on, obviously. Looks good. Yeah, Mark, but here you can still see the those edges, right? I think that's what they were complaining about. The thing is though, you know, the update, I don't know how much longer the update takes regarding the version, was it 12.2 or something, with the improved lighting. So hopefully that will not take too long now. And then it should be anyways history with those shadows. Yeah, this is an updated version. This is 1.04. And I think once the better lighting comes in with the next version, I think they'll have to redo the cockpit lighting anyways. So let's have a look. Toliss 339 open. Okay. So wing, assign. Okay. Run. There we go. Perfect. That's working. Cool. That means we're going to get the ATIS real quickly. Atsu AOC menu departure ATIS. Hey Toto, how are you doing? Toto, I really hope everything's going well with you. I hope the programming is going well. Right, I want that on my side. And what does it say? It says November, ILS Zulu 28 in use, wind to 8012, few 2.5, temperature is 12, and now we have QNH 1017. Cool. That means I'm going to go performance. Let's go takeoff uplink. Oh, actually, no, let's do it here. Let's do that here. 28. That's the correct data. Anti-ice off to right runway. Takeoff weight 180 tons roundabouts. That looks good. CG 29.4 flex config auto air conditioning will do on. And let's compute that. There we go. So we're going to get a flaps 1 plus F, flex 74 speeds. We'll take 41 to 41, 43, up 2.5, green dot 216. Yeah, I'm on it. Thanks for the heads up, MAN. Almost ready. Let's go. Flex. Let's first of all do that. So let's do the flex here. Uplink. Perfect. Cool. Alrighty. I'm going to do, let's do 1700. And I think we have NADP1 here. Let's check that. Thank you much. 1030, 1030. Cool. Muchas gracias. So. Cool. Then we're going to get clearance. Clearance. Ground 118580. 118. 118580.
Ground, good evening, voting 1165, vacating Romeo Golf. West, taxi to gate.
Scanner 29, taxi to gate 25, correction 325.
Faro ground, good evening from Air Portugal, 712 A330 information. November received, QNH 1017, requesting clearance, please.
First scanner 29, stand 325.
Scanner 29, taxi to start 325.
Vueling 1165, welcome to Faro, continue on Papa. You can taxi via Bravo stand 324.
Elias,
Papa
goedenavond.
Bravo for stand 324, footing 1165, thank you.
Portugal 712 is a couple of clearance.
Air Portugal 712, AFM.
Portugal 712 information Mike, its current QNH is 1017. Break clear to Barcelona via the 2Pix1 Victor departure. The initial climb 5060 and you can squawk 2220.
Air Portugal 712 is cleared to Barcelona via the 2Pix1 Victor departure, climb 60 at the squawk 2220. Air Portugal 712.
Air Portugal 712, Rebecca, it's correct.
Excellent. 20, so let's put that already. Auto.
Faro ground, good evening.
60 is set.
Requesting clearance to Barcelona, file please.
Oh, nice, a nice
Condor
one.
1, information Mike, its current QNH is 1017.
4 minutes
Break
until we get
via the 2Pix1 Victor departure.
alignment going.
5060, you can squawk 5260.
Let's see, where's MAN? MAN is at standstill. Wow, look how many. It's still so busy. Blimey. Alrighty, so A330-900 Neo, as we can see here in this view. Beautiful. Brand new aircraft, technically in a perfect state. Departing out of runway 28.
EZ7 November Echo, welcome to Faro Taxi Papa Alpha. You can park
Oops.
stand 202.
Papa Alpha, stand 202 with AZ7 and Michael.
So pushback, taxi out via, I guess maybe Delta, but maybe Charlie, Papa full length there. And been giving the departure route called 2Pix1 Victor. Hang on. That's not it. 2Pix1 Victor. There it is. So the 2Pix1 Victor up to level 70, and correction, up to level 60 initially only. Transition is in 4,000 feet. And we have a Fox Romeo 612, then it's a left turn, 613, 614, 2Pix flight level 60 or above. All correct. Sector 3000, north 3,500, weather is good, no special threats. Anything else special? No, extra fuel. About 15 minutes extra fuel in Barcelona. Which means, now checklist. Do we have a checklist in here? We do.
Ground, KLM 1 for Tango, request push start, stand 320.
KLM 1 for Tango. You're clear for push and start.
Right, we've done all of that, so let's do
Start facing east, KLM
what we
1
start.
for Tango.
Oh my god, this is like, nah. Hang on, let me, 330 Neo checklist. Hold on. Right, here we go. I've got one. So let's have a cockpit pre-flight. Parking brake is on. We have flaps up. We have spoilers retracted and disarmed. We have weather radar off. We have predictive wind shear system off. Engine master 1 and 2 off. Engine mode selectors off. Or norm actually. Thrust levers idle. Gears down. Wipers are off. Oh no, that's a whole procedure. I don't want to have the procedures. I just want to have the pure checklists. So they just start before start. There we go. All right, so disregard all of that.
Good evening, Lufthansa 792.
Thank you much, Jota.
Having Christine Alpha to Barcelona, please.
Thank you much. All right, almost ready. Yeah, we've got alignment now. Let's go. So we've got cockpit prep completed, gear pins covers removed, signs are on,
790.
and auto.
Faro ground, good
We
evening.
have
Machine
ADIRS.
117. Break. Clear to Barcelona via the
Enough.
61 Victor departure. Initial climb flight 1260.
Fuel quantity 15.3. Balanced.
Lufthansa 792.
Takeoff data is set. Bar ref 1017 is set 3 times. Checked. Down to line. Below the line. Windows, doors closed. Closed.
Flight level 60 and clocking to
Closed, as far as I can see. Closed, and beacon is on. Thrust lever's idle, park brake is on, and that's the before start check is complete. Right, let's get pushback. Here we are.
Condor 1, hold position.
Air Portugal 712, request pushback.
Portugal 712, pushback to Pro facing east.
Push proof face east, Air Portugal 711. Right, let's go. What?
Iberia 693 request.
No.
And start.
Oh no.
Iberia 693.
Right, then we do it via the
Holding position, Iberia 693. Ground KLM 1 for Tango, ready for taxi. Full
so distance. How far do we want to?
KLM 1 for Tango. You can taxi by Charlie Papa holding point 28.
Right.
Charlie Papa holding point 28. KLM 1 for Tango.
Hang on, manual pushback.
Ground, hello. Top Swiss 76 Quebec Yankee, holding short of Yankee, request taxi to the terminal.
Top Swiss 76 Quebec Yankee, welcome to Faro. You can taxi by left on Alpha, and you can park on stand 314.
Left on Alpha and Park, stand 314, Top Swiss 76 Quebec Yankee.
Right, let's see if we can do this. Tail right, no, tail left, right? Tail left. 90 degrees.
Thunder 1, fully ready for push and start, stand 3 to 1.
Condor 1, you can your push and start with the professing east.
Come on, turn! How can I turn? Come on. Oh no.
Easy 47 Charlie November, you are ready for taxi.
Right, I tell you what. That's all we can do here. So can we get rid of the... Oh, there we go. All right. That's all we can do, guys. That's all we can do. All right, fuel pumps are on. Let's start up. Let's go engine 1.
Lufthansa 792, pushback is approved facing east.
So it has 3 shafts here.
Facing east, Lufthansa 792.
So N1, N2, and
792, make sure you
N3.
clear the Charlie taxiway.
We stay clear of Charlie taxiway, Lufthansa 792.
Alright, let's start engine 2. Oops, come on.
And ground KLM 1 for Tango, ready for departure.
MAN, are you ready?
For Tango, apologies, unfortunately tower and approach are offline, so you can monitor income due to that mode for departure. Have a nice flight.
What to do, that's my figure for service. See you next time, KLM 1 for Tango, bye.
Airport goes 712, are ready for taxi.
Portugal 712, about 30 seconds.
I wait.
Thank you so much. I've never seen that kind of indication before, where it's kind of boxing the engine as it's starting up.
And Thunder 1, recruiting back.
Condor 1, hold position. KZ47 Charlie November, I need you keep rolling. I have an airplane waiting for pollution start.
Come on. There we go. Flaps 1. And we'll do the rest of the items here. Okay, let's do the quick flight control check. Up, down, neutral. The new ES standards have it to an A320. Really, I've not seen that before yet, so... Good. After start, anti-ice off, ecom status checked. Pitch trim is 2.5 set automatically, very nicely. Rotor trim is 0. Yeah, 0 down here. Portugal 712, request taxi.
Portugal 712, you can taxi by Charlie, Papa to Papa holding point 128.
Charlie, Papa, and then Papa holding point 28, Portugal 712. So, okay, then we do a left turn here. So you probably saw that we did really face east.
You can't push and start facing west. Make sure you don't hit the easy head.
Push and start facing west and paying attention for the EasyJet to the...
So I think that was a Condor that was giving way to us there. Very nice. So he was told to keep clear of Charlie, which he did. Thank you much, sir. Much appreciated. Hey, Gustavo.
Easy 47 Charlie, I need you to keep rolling, causing some traffic.
Catching you, explain at a time to test my mod for the A3. I have to think about that one. I think, have I done that yet? I'm not completely sure, if I'm honest. But thanks so much for the help, Gustavo. I'm not 100% sure. Things have been so busy. But once again, thank you so much, Gustavo.
Taxi by Charlie, Papa to Papa runway 28.
So let's do that, Max.
Papa 2 holding point runway 28, Lufthansa 792.
Condor 1, you can follow the AC50 from...
That looks good. So we got the before takeoff checklist. We have flight controls checked, flight instrument checked, briefing confirmed, flap setting is 1+F.
Portugal 712, unfortunately tower and approach are offline, so you can manage Unicorn 122 decimal for departure. Have a nice flight.
Thank you so much for staying online. See you next time. It was a pleasure. 122.8, Air Portugal 711. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Very nice of him. So cool. Thank you so much. Then we've got V1, VR, V2, 138, 141, 143, Flex 74. And we have ATC set. Let me put that to TCAS on already. TARA. And then Ikamimo is takeoff no blue. Takeoff runway is 28. Cabin crew, prepare for departure. TCAS TARA. Engine start selector as required is normal. Gonna check the TCAS here for a second. That looks good. Nothing there. And then PAX as required. PAX remain on. Faro traffic, Air Portugal 712 lining up departing 28 in Faro. There's the terrain on, and strobes are going on now. Okay, and left we go for the lineup. Very nice. All set. Right, let's do this. Takeoff. Manflex 74 SAS runway, oil thrust is blue. Thrust was set. 100 knots. Nice and powerful. V1. Rotate. There we go, and pause rate, gear up. Now, this thing's powerful, blimey. Thrust climb outlook. Auto thrust. Right. So let me go autopilot on. I want to enjoy the views here. It's a lot of wind. Look at that crab angle. Flap 0. Speed is checked. Flap 0. So, actually, you know what? I'm going to put this to select the speed to 30. Because we're doing a couple of tight turns here. Chrono reset. We're running climb power. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the lighting improvements and with the next update. Here's a standard set, up 6-0. There's no other traffic, so let's continue climb. Let's go level, I think we fight 400. Yeah. We'll do that, 400. It's not that bad, Fishbone. Come on. I know it's not quite Microsoft Flight Sim. But you'll see as you get I mean, the autogen, yeah, the autogen can be improved as well a bit, but with the downloaded orthos, no, these are default sounds. Yeah, one thing I've never really liked about Toliss are the engine sounds. So I really hope they get to improve that. Oh, nice TCAS. That looks interesting. Right, let me have a look. So, do we have some TCAS options here as well? Traffic. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Now we've got the flight ID on as well. Let's go back to speed managed, 10,000 feet. Okay. Hey, Airbus. Yeah, I like it as well. Yeah. Especially the Neo looks nice. This is shared flight capable, isn't it? Or it will be. I don't even. I'm a bit behind regarding the. So the Toliss A330 Neo. That is available, right? Yeah, that is available. Does the ECAMs like, you mean like failures?
Faro traffic, Iberia 693, lining up departing for runway 28, Faro traffic. Faro traffic under 1, clear for runway 28.
Let's do something else here. Let's do bleed. So, well, let's do something we have to do a procedure on. Air conditioning. Let's do pack 2 failure. Select at altitude. So let's do that at 19,000. Right, there we go. Apply now. So let's have a look if we get procedure with that. Yeah, so X-Plane for me mainly is about shared flight. But I will tell you this, if the map enhancement tool improves the sceneries to make them look, as if you have orthos, then without... Oh, there we go. There we go. So we got air pack valve 2-fold. Ecam actions. Pack 2 off. Forward cargo cooling off. Cargo air conditioning. Where's cooling? Cooling. What? Hang on. What is it? It's looking for forward cargo cooling. It's got to be a switch somewhere, right? Ah, there we go. So cooling. So forward. It's this one there, I guess. We didn't have that on the A320, and that was the right one. So clear air. In-up systems, pack 2 and forward cargo temperature. Ecam action completed. Right, we'll fix that again. There we go. What else do we have? We have... I'm going to be careful because some of them are not fixable in flight, so I've got to be careful with that. But I want to have a procedure with that as well. Oh, actually, hang on. Do we have? Oh, is that one of those aircraft that has literally no circuit breakers? So only those on the overhead panel. Ah, let's have a look. So we got FMC. Yep. So we want to have flight control unit 2. All right, let's pop that. Oh, there we go. That works. So auto flight, FCU fault, bow ref cross check. Standard is set, checked. So these are just the reset circuit breakers. Okay. Wow. So that's the emergency locator transmitter. So when you have an accident, you crash somewhere. So once you surpass a certain G load, the emergency transmitter will transmit on 1215, and I think satellite as well, right? Somehow, and it'll transmit its emergency code so that other aircraft can pick it up. So it's always armed, really. You can test it, and you could theoretically manually put that to on. So the CBs on the top here, they're not your normal kind of traditional CBs. They're just like reset CBs in the procedure. Oh, it's interesting. So the airline certified ELTs don't use 1215 anymore. So what channels do they transmit on then? Tota knows those stuff. That's really cool. Just a Faro 6 megahertz. I need to check my document. I'm pretty sure it just says ELTs, inserted or included, and will transmit when G loads are exceeded. That's it. That's all the infos we get. 406 megahertz. Yeah, so the 406s and satellite monitored, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Oh yes, so Tillman, absolutely. In my humble opinion, there has been no changes or no major changes in the flight model, so in the physics in Microsoft Flight Sim. I don't really think that looks nice. I don't really think that flight physics in Microsoft 2024 have really changed much compared to 2020. So X-Plane still definitely is more realistic. There's one exception though, and that's with very strong crosswind. That's the only issue I have with X-Plane. Otherwise, definitely, everything feels much more alive here in X-Plane. We'll fly the, next month I'll fly the 787, yeah. Me, yeah, on the 115, yeah, that's true. Okay, thanks, Toto, for the background info, guys. There's some more infos if you're interested regarding the emergency 406 megahertz beacons. Which obviously then is a lot better to be able to locate. It's satellite-aided tracking. SARSAT. Search and Rescue Satellite-Aided Tracking. Cool. Thank you, Bruno, for the video link. How often do we hear meowing on frequencies? Unfortunately, much too often. Much too often, unfortunately. So the issue with the crosswind is, so if it gets above a certain value, so let's say if you fly the Zebo mod, for example, or the Toliss 390, 320, whatever, and you have like 30 knots gusting crosswind, it can happen that you have full deflection on the flight controls, and you cannot counteract the wind. So the wind will push you, push you off the runway, really. You can't counteract that crosswind. Do you have any tips for becoming a pilot? Depends. Depends on what country you're in. Just gonna dial the sounds down a bit. Just want to enjoy the outside views here. That looks pretty nice, doesn't it? That's not bad at all. Yeah, so in Germany, do you know, there's just been a video brought out by, do you speak German, Copinator? I mean, I would think so if you're in Germany. Okay. Now let me have a look. I'll give you a link in a second. If I find it, hold on. There we go.
Pilotes nach wie
So there we go. So it's from Aeronews Germany. Oh, you've already seen that one, yeah. So I mean, he explains that really well, I think, for Germany. Toto Road. Yeah, so we got Simhaven ground clutter stuff. So the buildings, so that's Simhaven, but the orthos are, well, at least they should be. They should be map enhancement. Yeah, I think that's that is map enhancement. At least it's running in the background. So even with satellite monitored, it might not be able to triangulate your position sufficiently close for a SAR mission. Really? The density of satellites isn't very high, and it could take 34 minutes until one passes overhead to track you. And even then, a few miles off, SRA won't find you. Oh my god. Toto! Really? Oh my god. I thought it's going to be so much better. So the SRA search and rescue vessels have more precise 4 or 6 trackers on board, trying to pinpoint your position. By the time you get there, you still... Yeah, hopefully. Hey, nice HD Sim. Yeah, have a good flight. Yeah, so I'm happy with these kind of sceneries, right? Even though they may not be fidelity of Microsoft, but to be honest, at least this is actually running well. So it's not causing my internet to go, you know, to its knees. So it
Welcome
does.
Aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience.
Hey Ted, thank you so
For new
much.
subscribers, please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ted, for the 69 months. Much appreciated. Thank you for your long-term support. Yeah, so this kind of scenery is perfectly fine for me. I don't need anything else. So this is much better than the basic X-Plane 12 scenery. Exactly, and the cool thing is, you know, it downloads it as you go along. If you wanted, you can cache a certain amount, which I have done for this routing. Oh, you think so? But Toto, didn't they... isn't there like a conspiracy thing going on saying that they deactivated the ELT or something? But there's so much BS being reported in these instances anyway. So it's still, I don't know. I still don't understand how an airliner can disappear these days. Because I would have always thought that at least the military would be. They deactivated the transponder. Okay. And you can't deactivate the ELT from the cockpit. Yeah. It's such a weird thing. I don't know how that happened, and but I'm not going to speculate. Just not in a position to speculate on that. Yeah, exactly. Swiss announced an academy. So you know, it's so Cupinator. The only thing I can say is that. If the pressure becomes big enough with regards to new pilots, so let's put it this way: if an airline has ordered like 100 aircraft, okay, and thought it could actually get enough pilots, right, from the normal market, general market, but then realizes that, oh, the market is drying up. There's not so much qualified pilots that I can take on. And people are not willing anymore to pay 100,000 euros. Then, of course, they will have to do something else. And then they come up with these incentive programs. All right, so Mac Al Cruz. So it's all a matter of, you know, demand and supply. The military radar caught it, but they only noticed a few days later in the replay. Plus, doesn't help that Malaysia operation system predicted the aircraft position in a straight line for a few hours, which misguided the initial search. Yeah, but I mean, it's still mind-boggling that an aircraft these days, or back then when it disappeared, that it was able to disappear. Now, honestly, this is running beautifully. 60 FPS, locked VSync to the monitor, nice and smooth. Scenery looks perfectly fine. Honestly, I don't see much to complain about. Here's someone chasing me. Being chased. Vova, hello to you. HSM, did you know that the Laminar is working on next gen scenery? You know what? I'd love to be surprised. No doubt. Whatever they come up with, I'm eager to see. Hey, Pilsner. Yeah, I need to practice a bit though, Pilsner, alright? Yeah, like, I don't know what happened. Honestly, so X-Plane for me suddenly just got so much more performant. Hey, Rui, and you're using it for VFR. Yeah, it's a must. Yeah, VFR, it's a must. I agree. And again, this looks... and I'm not even running biggest the most intense settings. So under options, you have... you can change the image quality. I'm running medium right now. And ground resolution, I'm running normal. So not even high. And this is looking great on my 4K monitor already. Okay, Pilsner, yeah, we'll do. We'll do. Okay, so Vova, then let me know, please. Is there has there been an update out yet for the Flat Factor 350? Okay, Gustavo. Yeah, good. Because I don't know much about programming, or nothing actually. So, but again, you know, as long as I'm seeing some good improvements, and looking forward to the next improvement regarding clouds and the lighting. And then maybe some improvements regarding, yeah, the crosswind. But this looks great. And so there's no need to download or pre-download orthos, right? You just tell the program what corridor you want to download the files, and it does that. Gustavo says another thing is the modeling has still been limited to developers supporting the XP11 pipeline. Okay. Yeah, Toto, but the satellite monitored ADS-B with GNSS, that's new, isn't it? That's like post Malaysia 370. Wow, even the flyby is so smooth now. Love it. Cool. Alrighty, so we got about an hour to go. So that's post 370. In fact, Malaysian 370 was one of the primary motivators for making it mandatory. Yeah, cool. Excellent. Yeah. Okay, nice. Thanks, Gustavo. Thanks for the background info. Much appreciated. So 12.2 is expected now from April to May. They will change the lighting and airport textures. And expected to have some changes in the flight model as well. GG's. All right, looking forward to that. Yeah, so Vova, it's not version 2 then, is it? Hey Ghost, watching a stream from the airport. How was the first flight? First flight's nice, yeah. Had a good approach into Faro, yeah. Well, okay, so so MAN because it's nighttime, isn't it? That's why you're saying 02. Yeah, let me fetch the weather and then we'll have a look. Are they using 02 IRL now? Look at that, it's Mach 8.1. That's nice. That Lufthansa is chasing me. How many miles separation? Oh, hang on. Do I get infos there? Hang on. That's the Lufthansa 792. So there we go. It's got ground speed 525, 533. How is he so fast? How come he's so fast? He's cheating. Jen, is that you? Hang on. No weather, but I have a bit of tailwind as well. You're the KLM in front, Jen. Okay. Oh, hang on. That's a 330, wasn't that, as well? Or was that a 350? Now, you guys, he's using time acceleration. Come on. He is using time acceleration. No way so fast. Mach 0.85 with cosine 109. Oh, this is still think cosine doesn't do anything yet. Is it a 350? Just as heavy. Are there any fun approaches at Barcelona? No, not really. I mean, the only thing really is doing Mach 0.9. Could be. Yeah, I mean, if I go selected, hang on, what can I do selected? So this thing only goes Mach 0.85. I mean, Mach 0.86 is MMO. Only goes Christ on the 737. Lord. Yeah, it could be Avimar, yeah. It could be winds are different there as well. But man, look at that fuel flow. Jeez. Ay, 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 ay. Barcelona, I don't know. We'll have a look. Let's check the weather first of all, very quickly. ATSU, AOC menu, weather. Let's get the META. So now I'm doing Mach 0.85. I got 511, but he's still like 20 knots faster than me. Radio, so Barcelona, 330-5. Yeah, 02 is fine, MAN. Alright, we'll do the 02 approach, arrival. Let's get rid of that, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. That as well. That as well. Right, so Barcelona. We want to have the approach. So if we take Zulu 02, that is Zulu 02. Out of Zanis. So then transition 02. Manual wind with tail, yeah, probably. So that would be from Totki. Totki. So how do we get from Valencia, Villafranca to Totki? So via Martex. Martex. Does that help? Ah, there we go. So that we're going to choose the 4 November arrival. Yeah, thanks, thanks, MAN. Yeah, perfect. I just realized that as well. So let's do that as well. All right, let's do Zulu, and then we've got the 4 November, and the star is this one here. Insert. Perfect. Alrighty. Cool. Thank you much. Alright, let's go back to... We're chasing him, but he's too fast for us. Too fast for us. Oh, we had some clouds this afternoon as well. Yeah, Cupinato, I agree. That printout is nice, yeah. So I have a bit of a slight cloud cover for now, but that should get better as we fly along. So that's kind of a weird radar echo. Look at that. How come? Yeah. Seems like some data is missing here. Yeah, Toto, good point, good point. So, classic case in aviation. It was known problem, but there wasn't any urgency to solving it until something got, hits bad, right? Just like in Heathrow the other day. Yeah, Toto, no lie. I was actually asking myself that question. I was like, so if I design a power supply for an airport like Heathrow, and that has to be running 24/7, 360, or at least 365 days a year, right? What kind of backup would I plan? Right, so honestly, yeah, to have that happen, just a single power grid connection, and that's it. Boof, everything goes kapoof, as Bruno would say. What do you mean, Mark? It's not true. Yeah, but how come they had no backup power? They have 3, okay, so what happened to the other 2? Why didn't they supply the power then? Valencia is also good, the alternate. A new system that failed. Lina Katarina, thank you so much for the rate. Lina, big shout out. What have you been up to today? Thank you much, Mark, for the shout out, guys. Check out her channel. Oh, you did Lufthansa Ops Munich to Madrid and back. Nice. What aircraft? The Phoenix. Okay, thank you. All right, nice. So I guess you had you also profited then from the 321. Yeah. So you profited as well from the great staffing from Geneva to Faro. So they had lots of sectors open today, which was great. Probably a good idea to go for Munich because Geneva was packed. It took ages to get out of there. Yeah, but has anybody read anything about how many millions of dollars that failure cost? So imagine it's an airport like Heathrow not being able to operate for a whole day, and then the other, follow-on days and issues that you have until you can get back to normal operations. I mean, surely you can have some backup power plan to keep operations running, right? Lena says, yes, ATC was amazing. Munich was pretty full too. They had nearly event staffing there. Nice. Yeah, so I mean, great stuff, great stuff. So the way things have progressed here in the flight sim world, especially with VATSIM, fantastic. Have you seen that Cebu has a 459 seat? Really? 459 seats? Boah. Was that all economy or something? Full echo, yeah, that's what I thought. No, I've not seen that. But I mean, back in the day, 747 at Japan Airlines, was it Japan Airlines or Air China or something? They had like 800 seats, 800 economy seats or something in a 747. Crazy. Yeah, could be Nato, I agree. Ted, I think at the moment, honestly, Ted, now without trying to jinx it here, but especially the Toliss with its autosave feature. Now, I actually put that to 10 minutes, that's fine. So I have the autosave on with 10-minute saving function. I think, honestly, and it's running, performance-wise, it's running really well. They had a new system, but it failed. Okay. Doesn't JL and also have such a... Yeah, they could be. Yeah, it could be Lina, yeah. I mean, the I guess if you have a kind of a standard where you have seat pitch being a lot shorter in general, I think people acceptance is already there, regarding less comfort, and then sure you can fit in 500 seats in a 777. But try that here in Germany. The rage. No way that works here in Germany. Airbus, I don't know what they certified, the 747-400. So the max pax capacity regarding the doors, right? So evacuation in 90 seconds. I don't know what the limit there was. Could you fly Condor 330 flight sometime? Miami. It was a long-range flight. We're gonna have to see. Unfortunately, no. I never flew no. By the time I went to become a captain on the 737, we only had the 747-400s. The Dash 8 came later. No, so I went to the 737 first as a captain. They had a LTU 390s, 330-900. Really? What was the pitch though? I mean, nah. So here's my take on this Airbus. I think when you look at what carriers you have in Germany, the bigger ones. So you have like Eurowings, Ocean, Condor, Lufthansa, right? So all of these have a certain kind of seat pitch in the economy class. So honestly, if you go now, once people have been getting used to that, back to like, a lot smaller, I don't know. Either all airlines would do that, then maybe it would work, but otherwise, I think people will avoid the airline. So the autosave feature, it does exactly what it says. It automatically saves your aircraft state. So whatever you've set as a time interval value, that's how often it saves the aircraft state. So really what you can do, let's say you have a crash to desktop, then you start X-plane, and then you load that situation that was saved, or autosaved situation, and then the aircraft will go back to the last autosaved position with the saved state. So everything, autopilot, flight level, speed, FMS, MCD, everything saved. And it runs really well here in Toliss. Hey, hello Hayden, how are you? Nice to see you. Right, we have outer tank transfer. Okay, let's have a look. What does that look like? Well, not too spectacular, is it? Problem is single class wide bodies. Yeah, that's true. Ted, CTP events always on XP12 days, especially with Toliss. Yeah, I agree, Ted, yeah. Riyadh, oh my god, hang on, when was that again? The problem is that I'm working. I'm working in June and also July partly, although I have some holiday, but I would have to check. And real Tyrogoth, hello, July sometime, yeah. Yeah, honestly, if I have some free time there, then I will definitely try that. I'd love to meet up with some people there. Yeah, thanks, Hayden. Right here. Oh, 50 miles. Top drop coming up. So we got to get ready. Weather we've already gotten. So it's going to be runway 02. Let's do the landing performance. 02, the wind. We'll do a config. How much do we have? We've got 2.5 kilometers. 2.5. Can we do config 3? Yeah, easy. All right, config 3 landing. Aircon on, orbit low. And we'll add 5 knots of the approach. Hey, Bob, nice to see you. Bob, how are you doing? I hope everything's good. I hope you're keeping safe. Right, let's do TCAS below. Checking... oh, we've got Barcelona ground, by the way, guys. So we have ATIS information alpha. Departure 6 right. It doesn't say landing, though. But we're going to plan landing 02. Well, I mean, so if you look here, for example, now, I think that looks pretty good. Now, the cockpit of the Toliss, in my opinion, I agree, it's not the fidelity we have in other aircraft. But we told Toliss, and yeah, they said they try to improve the textures. I don't know, that result is what we see at the moment. They probably will improve further in the future, but but otherwise, but for me, one of the huge fun things to do here in X-Plane is shared flight. And at Toliss, it works really, really well. So, yeah. So Captain Madlock, I think it's one of those things where a lot of people obviously just got into Microsoft Flight Sim, right, through Xbox, let's say, and they never heard of X-Plane before. And then they see people like me streaming XP12, and they're like, hey, what's this? What does this do, right? What's different? And yeah, sure, they're going to see some things there, say, oh, hang on, that doesn't look as good as it does on Microsoft. But yeah, but then there's a lot of things, especially with GA aircraft flying manually, or even here with the airliners, if you fly them manually, you just feel the aerodynamics is different. It's better. It's just more realistic. So, exactly, Bob. Yeah. So graphics is just one. It all depends on how much you weigh certain things. So, and one thing is the immersion, isn't it? So if you are like, you know, more visually orientated or sound orientated, let's say, and this breaks your immersion, well, that is just the way it is. For me, no, it doesn't break my immersion. What does break my immersion is that, for example, the standard vanilla X-plane ground textures, that does upset me a bit. But with these things like the map enhancement that I have running here in the background, and then hopefully with the next update, cloud improvements, lighting improvements. So I'm glad there is a second flight sim out there still competing with Microsoft, and it will be really, really sad if it was just Microsoft and nothing else. I mean, P3D is pretty much out of the race. I don't think P3D is going to be back with anything new in you know, the near future. Okay, Hayden, thanks. So Hayden says 18th, 20th of July. Okay. Be there. I try, Hayden. I'll try. Honestly. So here's the problem I've got. I've got to be in near Boston for the Flight Sim show, end of June. And then 18th, 20th July in the UK. Hey. I'll try my best. Yeah, Organ. I mean, the thing is this, Organ. It's I mean, I don't know how. If you don't want to call it compete, I mean, I'm sure that the X-planes or Laminar research, they are obviously fighting, you know, for revenue and fighting for, you know, funds to continue improve their platform, right? So there is a. I mean, it's too easy to say they're not competing. I mean, they are, if they like it or not, they're still competing. Because they're competing for the funds people are willing to give to certain flight sim platforms. So it's a hobby, right? Flight simming as a hobby, you have certain options to choose Microsoft, you choose DCS, you choose X-Plane. So they're all really just, you know, trying to get funds in, right? Revenue in. Really, Ted? No, you're going to be in Boston? Well, now I really have to go. Oh, wow, that's incredible, Ted. So we got thrust idle descent. How many track miles? 217. So we still have enough track miles, but I think probably on the arrival we may have a restriction. So Martex 250 or below, I think that's the restriction. But yeah, the arrival though, it doesn't really have much extra distance. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do, guys. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to go from Bravo Lima 640 to Sanis. And then should there be traffic, we'll do a delay vector or something. But I'm not flying the whole transition there. So 640, I'm going to clear that out. 640. I'm going to clear all the waypoints out until Zanis. Bam. Right, 18. What? Hang on, what's happened now? All right, hope that distance 5,100 miles. What happened now? 149 direct distance. Is it picking up a different waypoint or something? Oh no! Okay. So what I got to do? I've got to close that gap. Right, there we go. All right, just going to close that if I can. Come on. There we go. That's better. Am I going to the whole event? Yeah, I'll try. I'll try. Obviously, it's. I mean, FS weekend was nice, and it was nice to see that commotion there. But I think the FS Expo in the US obviously is a different ball game, isn't it? It's just so much bigger, so much more, people being there. At least that's what I expect. I've never been to an FS Expo in the US, so I hope that there'll be a lot more to see and do. And I've never been to Boston. I mean, I'd try to join or do some sightseeing in Boston as well. No, I've never been to Boston. No. We never had that on our routing when I was on long range. Uh, 330 at 5. 330 at 5. Temperature is 10. And we have 1009 altimeter. There we go. Right, and the minimums for the ILS is heavy aircraft Delta 330. And we'll do config 3. No need to put config 3 on the overhead panel. Providence. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think it's an hour drive from Boston Airport to the FS Expo show there. Yeah, exactly, Bob. Yeah, an hour. Yeah, about an hour. Hey, B. Casper. Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely. Yeah, loved it. Loved the event. Very nicely done. Very professional. And you guys were busy, man. How does an aircraft detect the Category 2 or Category 3 landing in a PFD? Well, the initial thing really is that you engage both autopilots. I mean, that's the trigger for the autoflight system to say, the pilot wants both autopilots engaged, so he's probably planning for a Category 2 or Category 3 landing, right? Which is obviously a must-have in these conditions, although there's certain levels regarding automation or automatic landings. So you have the fail operational mode and the fail passive mode. So the fail operational mode means that if one autopilot system fails, the other autopilot system or systems are able to continue to stay connected and land the aircraft automatically, right? So if that's not the case, so if you have two autopilots, one fails and the other drops out because of that, you have a fail safe system. So that means that the aircraft stays trimmed on a safe flight path, but it will not land automatically. So fail passive, it's called. Sorry, fail passive. Hey, Kupinato, good night. Thanks for watching. Yeah, there's a lot of aircraft now. Yeah, and the other thing you do, obviously, you tell the autopilot the minimas. So if you insert a minima, that means that it's a decision height. If it's 0, then obviously there's no need to see anything prior to touchdown. Right, but for the autopilot, it's the same. So the autopilot doesn't care about your minimum. Right, you get the call-outs, but it doesn't care. So if you have both autopilots engaged and all systems are working, and it says Cat 3 dual, let's say, or even Cat 3 single, or even Category 2, it will still land. It will flare and land the aircraft on its own, so automatically. So Laminar has a large commercial market as well. Well, I don't know about that one, but yeah, I don't know about their income state, but I don't know. It's one of those things. Obviously, if it's, I mean, I know Lockheed Martin has a big field in the military. I'm aware of that, but right, let's go down to 90. But it would be my understanding that I don't know, maybe Laminar does make more money outside of the normal flight sim market, so the PC market. I don't know. So he's above. And he's about 20 miles ahead, so he's no factor for me. Unless he flies the complete arrival routing. I hope he doesn't. So... So I do hope he shortcuts, just like me. Right, ground 1-1, 705. So we'll do that, 1-1, 705. Yeah, exactly, hint, hint. Yeah, so again, I'm happy with that kind of visual. And there's a Ryanair approaching from the north. Okay, thank you. Hey, Aoyama, that's really kind.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box YouTube channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Aoyama, thank you so much for your membership on YouTube. That's really, really appreciated. Thank you so much. Here's a big round of applause for that. Thank you. Yeah, so hey, and anybody else? So this is, of course, not standard vanilla X-plane scenery. So as far as I understand, I'm running map enhancement, it's called, which does download some ortho material, so satellite material. But the buildings, I would say the roads, the buildings, they are SimHaven, which is also a free mod. And thank you, Aviamar, for the kind words. I'm happy to hear that you're learning. That's really cool. Thank you so much. Peter, no. I need to install the Skalaki again. Yeah, but it's a good thing, Peter, you reminded me. So Marcin said it works out of the box with Phoenix, right? And with the Toliss, also with the new software update, right? Oh, that does look interesting. Look at that. Still end of October, Hayden. And that's like 100% certain, so there's no other option. Okay. Okay, so the Phoenix works. So you just want to know if it works with the Toliss. Okay. Hayden, well, yeah, I mean, you know, make some suggestions. I would be up for that. Skalaki works with a Toliss, and that's just with their own Skalaki driver, correct? So that the software, I don't know what it's called now, but okay, cool. Franz, Dankeschön. Thanks for the infos. A community meetup for the final flight. So the only problem I have is I don't know exactly when my last flight is and what routing. That will be determined in September, unfortunately, not earlier. So it's a bit difficult to, if anybody wants to fly along, it's a bit difficult to plan that. Interesting bit of scenery here, right? That's really picturesque. Like it. So, what do we have? Yeah, those two aircraft looking good. The Condor behind me. That Condor, I hope you're doing. I'm going to go to 270 here. I hope you're not too fast. There he is. No, it's not. Where is he? That looks actually really good. Look at that down there. Yeah, the Condor is like, he's like, it looks like he's panicking, like going left or trying to do some S-curves here. Right, so I've got magenta 160. Got to wait for the next waypoint. Yeah, I'm going to speed up a bit more now. Let's do 290. And MAN said there's another aircraft coming from the north. A Ryanair. Right, I'll constraint descent blue. Let's get the cabin prepared. I'm going to forget otherwise landing lights on. And good. So for the briefing, we're going to be arriving via the arrival here, Canvu, Tak, Ulkal, and then Totki, and then we'll fly from Totki directly to the final Sanis. ILS approach 02, descend out of 2000, 6 miles from the ILS Demi, Bravo Lima Tango. Minimum is 330. Missed approach. Runway heading 500 feet, then right, but not before the Pratt VOR. Max 185, and then radial 053, intercept outbound, climb 3000. Okay, and then we'll set up for a new approach. Fuel is 27 point, no, disregard. Fuel is 7.9. Min diversion was 4.7, so we have 3 tons extra, 40 minutes. D339 is very hard to slow down. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Thank you much, Vance. Cool. And then after landing, we will vacate to the left. That's the easy part. So 02, unfortunately, isn't the best landing runway regarding taxi-in. So we land Uniform Bravo off. And then we go, let's see, probably, yeah, Charlie Tango. And normally we cross Echo 7, I think. So Echo 7 cross. Well, we've got ground control, don't we? Yeah, so some lovely person is doing ground control at Barcelona. 121-705. So he will definitely give us some directions. And then we park somewhere here. I think the north side is fine. Let me have a look at parking stands. Parking stands here. Yeah, anywhere where we're allowed to park here with a big aircraft. Ground will tell us. Cool. All right, the Condor is back on the routing. I guess as long as I don't see him, I'm all right. Oh, well, that's interesting. So the Lufti is shortcutting. I shall do the same. I think that's a pretty good idea. There we go. So now we have 42 miles. Ay, 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 ay. Bit high in the profile. Speed brakes out. Here comes the speed brakes. Come on. Yeah, they're quite effective. At star, let's go down to 2000 as a matter of fact. So 2000 descent alt blue. And then we had QNH 10, no, 1009. Yeah, 1009. It is checked, so we can read a checklist. We shall read the we read the approach checklist. Briefing confirmed. ACAM status is checked, clean. Speed brakes back in. Seatbelts on. Barrow Ref 1009 set. Minimum is Barrow 330 feet. Engine start selector is normal. Approach checklist.
5 mile final in Barcelona.
Right, that's Shilind, I think. So let's have a look. Condor behind us. He is currently doing 320 knots ground speed. Yeah, I'm doing 314. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. And there's one more behind that one. MAN, is that you? Iberia 693. I think so. Ah, the Condor seems to be flying the arrival routing. Okay. All right, let's put the LS keys on. Okay, MAN, wonderful. Abood, no worries. No, so 220. I don't think you have to go 220 knots, Abood, because you have traffic behind you as well. Maybe go 250. And that can slow down as well, down to 250 knots. All good. Can this plane fly inverted? It can. Pod, hello. How are you doing, Pod? Nice to see you. Greetings. I hope all is good. Pod, have you been doing any flying lately in the sim? Or are you more on the watching side at the moment? Alright, so the Lifty is 15 miles ahead. That's fine. The Condor is 285 knots. And where's the second page? Just Speedbirds. How come I don't see MAN on here? You discovered Sierra Victor Mike Delta. Oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, really? Hang on. Sierra Victor Mike Delta. Let me have a look. Merida Alberto Carnevali. Sounds good. I should have TCAS on below, yeah? Yeah, AFM. Is that? Oh, that's why. Hang on. Yeah, that could be the reason. Ah, there you are. I found you. Yeah, I found you. And you're doing 226 knots. Cool. Alrighty. Oh, I've got to slow down. Speed brakes, speed brakes, speed brakes, speed brakes. Arm the approach mode.
2,500.
Speed managed. Out. Ay. 5 miles to the intercept. Oh, come on. Barcelona traffic. Air Portugal 712 is on a 11 miles final. Runway 02 in Barcelona. There's the runway. Oh, God. Now we're right. We are all right. Speed brakes coming back in. Oh, that happened quickly now. Flaps on, speed check. Flaps on.
Barcelona traffic, Iberia 693, approaching waypoint Sardis.
Look at all the
30
buildings.
miles for the approach 02, Barcelona traffic.
Even the tower there looks great. Yay. So let's arm the approach mode. We've got lock, autopilot, 1+2, Cat 3 dual, glide slopes armed. Intercept 8 miles. Abud, have a look for the up or down. Right, here comes gear down on standard. Flaps 2, speed checked. Flaps 2. Speed brakes armed. Glide slope star. 3000. Missed approach is set. Here we are on the final. And... yeah, 3000 feet set. Cool. And flaps 3. Speed check. Flaps 3. Final setting. All the lights on. And land checklist. EQM landing. No blue. And we are going to get stable. That's fantastic. Here we go. That looks pretty as well. Look at those mountains in the background there. I'm not going to complain. Let's do some flying.
Barcelona traffic, Iberia 693 now slowing down 200 knots for the Condor of Barcelona traffic.
So manual thrust. 1000 checked. Manual flight. Let's see how the Airbus lands here. Crosswind 6 knots from the left. Barcelona traffic. Portugal 712, 2 miles final. Runway 02 in Barcelona.
Barcelona traffic, speedbird 204. We'll be lining up runway 06 right at full short 2, kilo 11.
Alright, so he's already preparing to depart. 6 left, which means I'd definitely go past the runway intersection to vacate later. Right. Oh, hang on. Where's my auto brake setting? Brake low set. 500 check.
400. 100 above.
Getting a little low here.
300.
Correcting.
Minimum.
Continue. Glide slope mismatch. Okay, let's continue with the poppies.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Come on. Are we down? Lol. Well, that would be interesting replay. We got spoilers, reverse green, and decel.
Barcelona traffic, speedbird 204, departing runway 6 right, Nappy Romeo departure.
9 brakes.
Eastbound.
Auto brake off.
Barcelona traffic.
Beautiful. Love that. At least this time it responded here, you know, with the pitch input. Classic 330 landing. Yeah, like, are we down yet? Right, let's switch to ground here.
Speedbird for A3 Zulu, position strategy approaching east, QNH 1010.
Christopher East, QNH 1010, speedbird 3 for blue.
Barcelona ground. Buenos Aires from at Portugal 711 on uniform.
Portugal 712,
Ah, yeah.
taxi stand 115 via Sierra November.
Sierra November stand 115, Portugal 712. Thank you. 115, where is that?
Speedbird 45, stand 342, information Bravo, push and start.
Is it on this side? Oh, it's on this side. Okay, disregard. That makes it easier. Is that normal, that Air Portugal?
Speedbird 45, stand up approach QNH 1010, no need for pushback, is an autonomous seat stand.
Stays on this side?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Captain Black Box infotainment experience. New subscribers should now pick up their pass to first class. Thank you.
No, but you're flying a 330. What? They have big stands on the other side as well. I mean, Hayden, thank you so much, Hayden, gifting us up to 777 Bob. Hayden, much appreciated. Thank you so much for that. GG's. Yeah, so, I mean, I've been given 115. So 115 is here. So we'll go Bravo 8, it seems. Here's Echo November. Oh, we still got lots of time, yeah. Well, I mean, it could be. It could be that... gotta have the strobes off. I'm surprised. The performance is actually quite nice, even though we have lots of autogen in the background there. So that's also nice to see. Golf November. Yeah, we'll take Hotel November, next one to the right. Has MAN landed yet? Hang on, let me have a look here quickly. Has oh, MAN is landing now. Hold on. Let me just slow down here quickly.
Barcelona ground, Seabird 40 built spot 142 Alpha at North GA.
Bob. Oh, there is. There's MAN.
Speedbird 42 Delta, stand up approach QNH 1010.
Startup approved.
It looks like MAN has overtaken the Condor. Because that looks like the Condor there. Right, come on, MAN. Make us proud.
And Speedbird 49 single Alpha at gate 260 with.
Reverse is open, nice. GG's. Looking good. And here's a 115, it looks like.
Last station, repeat your call sign.
So it must be
Speedbird
to
49
the
single
right.
Alpha.
So this one here. Abimar asks, do you think it's worth investing into XP12?
Approved facing east, QNH 1010. Speedbird 49 single Alpha.
Probably not if you're not really pursuing some other things like shared flight, let's say, or if you're happy with what Microsoft Flight Sim, gives you. So if you're not really missing anything regards aerodynamic simulation or the aircraft modeling, flight field, that sort of stuff, if you're not missing anything, I don't know. There's a lot of things obviously that are available for free on X-Plane. But again, it's such a tough question to answer. Because in the end, it all comes down to being happy in a flight sim. Well, brakes did get quite hot. Let's. I was just about to say, let's put on the brake fans. I have a feeling that we don't have them here. Being lazy now. MAN got the crossing. I've got the lazy version. Right, and the Condor is behind MAN there. Wonderful. Yeah.
Condor 1, good evening. Taxi stand 102 via Sierra November.
GG's. Right, so for those flying along, thank you so much. It is a beautiful livery, I agree. Hope you enjoyed the flights today, guys. I am going to be back on Tuesday, and on Tuesday, what we are doing is a VFR flight on VATSIM. Going to fly from Bremen International Airport to Sylt. It's an island to the north, including all the proper procedures. No return, like it's late. I'm so tired. I've started early today even. Pod, thank you so much. Nice to see you, and hope you're doing well. Have a great week ahead, and yeah, we'll be back on Tuesday, and we're going to do that as realistically as possible. All right, so using all the utilities like ForeFlight, the AIP charts we have in Germany. We're going to do that with proper communication. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. It's going to be interesting for sure. There's MAN behind that with the Condor. That was Abdul, I think, with the Condor. How big is there a difference in aerodynamics compared to Max Flight Sim? Or better to ask which one feels... Well, I mean, XP12 feels more realistic. From a real world kind of point of view, aerodynamically, the aircraft... So even the A330 here, for example, it feels heavy. It feels like it has inertia. You can feel that when you fly. You feel that when you touch down and you slow down the aircraft, when you taxi the aircraft. Yeah, so the whole feel of it is just different. It's hard to describe, but it's every time that I fly on an X-plane, I notice that immediately. Peter, thanks for watching. Good night. Have a great week, Peter. Stay safe. Avimar, thanks again. Yeah. Isn't there like a free version for like 2 weeks or something? Avimar, thanks for your support. Abud, yeah, thanks for flying along. Hope you had a good landing there. Oh, the replay. You're right. Hey, Gangster Napper, you are right. Let me do the replay. Let's log off here, and then let's do the replay. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Flight, toggle replay. Oh, hold on. Almost there. Oh, hold on. No. Okay, there we go. And let's do this view. All right, let's have a look. I'm wondering. I mean, honestly, it just didn't feel like we touched down from the cockpit view.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Sneaking this in before you sign off for the night.
Thank you so
stream
much.
As always.
That's really kind of you. Fast Joe, Testarossa, thank you so much for the 14 months. And thanks for the kind words. That's really kind of you. Thank you so much. And yeah, also to you, have a great week. I'm trying to find out what landing rate I had.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Just wondering, wasn't it connected correctly or something?
Reverses green, spoilers to sell.
Gillen, also to you, thanks for flying along. I hope you had a great flight, Gillen. And thanks so much for the 16 months. All right, let's have a look. Let's have one more view from the passenger cabin, shall we? Let's see how that impression is. $232? Are you sure? Oh, that looks nice though. Thank you much, Mark. Little lag there. Yeah, but from the passenger window, that looked okay as well. Yeah, that was buttery, right? I agree. That was nice. But I also think that the landing gear, the way it's tilted, it does somehow... It kind of helps you with the touchdown, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm happy with that. Cool. Look at the scenery here. The tower. Honestly, I mean that's. So again, this is Simhaven overlay. So the Autogen is Simhaven, which is also free, and then. Yeah, we did everything today with map enhancements, and that looks really cool. Yeah, but this is a really old scenery, Gillen. This is just Sim Barcelona, which was made for X-Plane 10. So definitely not really for X-Plane 12, but it works. I'm happy. What more can I want? Once again, thanks so much. Have a great and safe week, everyone. If you like, see you on Tuesday for some more interesting flights. Thank you so much, everyone. My dear moderators, hats off. Thank you so much for all the help. What time is it? Just past midnight. MAN to you as well. Thank you so much for flying along. See you soon. Good night, everyone.